There you go. I'm gonna take the tape off the 720 GTR and I'll reveal the damage from the transporter. We definitely gotta get this fixed. You can see how it's split. This whole corner is like destroyed and crunched. That's not the big challenge right now. What I would like to do is actually just get this car so it's running right. In order to do that, we gotta go see our boy Alex at Kintani. We're gonna spend 2 hours in LA traffic going from our shop in Compton all the way up to Simi Valley. It might be hell. I don't know what to expect. Don't go anywhere. So we're gonna find out exactly from Alex's mouth what to expect and when we can get this car back at 100%. I'm excited for this, you guys. I would say this is one of the all-time hero cars here on the channel. And we all wanna know, what can this car do? When it's back to 13 or 1500 horsepower, which Alex said 1500, is this the fastest McLaren on planet Earth? We're about to find out. Step one, more Gorilla tapes.
Oh, I got your assistant with you.
Yes, Tim, thank you, sir. Let's hope that holds. Put some heat in this engine and let's hit the road. Life is too short to drive boring cars, and it's not going to be a boring adventure today driving this thing because, well, it's got this issue with the kiss points with the clutch, and in first gear on any type of resistance like a hill, it'll stall out. And so in traffic, it's not gonna be a lot of fun. It is fixable, it just takes a bit of time to get it to do the thing. And
by the way, 1500 horsepower is terrifying. This car at 1200 was terrifying.
Yeah.
It's probably the most scared I've been in a vehicle before. As far as like, not afraid for my life, but it feels like you're free falling from an airplane. The blow out sound was so cool. Is that different now?
Yeah, it'll be better once it has higher boost. Right now it's a really low boost.
So right now it's on the tune for pump gas.
Yeah.
You're running 91 or whatever it is down here in California.
Yeah, that's another annoying thing that it's doing right now. There's a fault with the park sensor switch. So it beeps when I get anywhere near, I think it's under a certain mile per hour.
Yeah.
So every time I go below a certain mile per hour, it does this beeping thing.
It does that on stock, but my 675 would do that with no issues. It would get switched out sometimes. Yeah. McLaren has these little quirks about them, like that was an example. You still drive the car, it's just annoying. I like that. They're going to jail! Whoa!
That was a loud
So
one.
are we, baby.
That was a loud one. We are going through fuel really fast. This thing just rips through the fuel. So we're gonna need a gas stop, co-pilot. Gas stop.
Shape this.
Cop! Police dad! Cop!
Alright, you got this. We're at the end of the red. The rigs don't want to stop either. Oh, what's happening here?
The lane's merging and this guy's like not following the zipper maneuver.
Alright, buddy, once you get through this 7 minutes of red, it's all blue. So you have to survive this, but it looks like it's dead stop.
No!
We've stopped.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yes! Yes!
How stressed were you just now?
It's always. This is stressful. Woo! Why'd you have to do such a spicy downshift at that time?
By the way, I'm watching, not only watching the traffic right now, but I'm watching his fuel gauge. We're now at 23%. There's nothing off the freeway right here. And the smart play is to get out of this traffic before it gets worse. We're headed to the afternoon. Like, this is off-peak hours. So when this gets to peak hours, this could be literally 3 hours.
Stop. It'll be a parking lot.
Oh, and that's a hill. And there's stops.
I do not want to stop on that.
Stop! Lots of DD fans on the freeway. But 720 does look, in my opinion, the craziest on the channel. Like, it's an absolute fan favorite.
If you see it in person, it'll blow your mind.
And that's why there's an urgency to get it done so we can drive it. All right, buddy, we got 3 more minutes of traffic and it's all blue.
Let's go.
And now we're downhill, so things looking our way.
Yes, let's go.
What? He's locked it up.
What in the world? Did you see the guy in the old truck?
I'm pretty sure that was Jay Leno. Was that Jay Leno? His shop's around here somewhere in Burbank, and he's known for driving his cars on the freeway.
Everywhere.
Oh, no. And
We should be fine. This is where it's okay. Watch. Let it do the creep. Let it do the creep. Get it creeping, then apply throttle.
okay. it's really just uphill would be really uphill. Any little hill. And I'm not joking, like, if we were even like just slightly like that, it'll start to do it. Oh, you're at 9%. Yeah. So we get fuel or should we keep pushing? Let's get fuel. I feel like you can make it. There's no way. Well, you made it. What are we at? 7%?
7%.
Not bad, dude.
Idling a little weird. It's all good.
Shut it down. How stressed were you?
Through the roof.
What would we do if we were on a hill and it stopped and you can't move forward? What are our options?
Nothing. Turn it back. It just tries to turn back on, and you got a left foot brake and like launch. It's not fun. The real question is, how much fuel should I put in this? Alex is not going to want garbage 91 from California.
Oh, we'll just put 20 bucks in then.
All right. That'd not be enough to even get there. We'll stop again.
Maybe put $25 in.
I'm going to eat in the middle, Dave, and I'm going to put in $22.50.
$22.50. You went over.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, my mouth's awful. You suck!
What do you think? Like an F1 manual conversion?
Actually, that's sick.
All right.
Well, we got fuel, got water. What the?
Well, we just went from Canadian 94 octane gas to shite California 91, which is probably actually, ironically, 89 or 87.
Yeah, probably. I guarantee. We actually.
Alex always says
tester.
that the fuel here is awful.
We should order online one of those octane testers. They're a couple $100 and test the fuel, and then do nothing with the information. They'll just complain more. Even at like low boost, this car is pissed off. Well, here's Pops. Okay, we made it off the freeway. It is officially home stretch to Kintani. Now we're in Northern California. Very close to the Oregon border, actually. Alex, we're home! Oh no! Glass bottles going everywhere. Oh, they're ready for us. Look at that.
Home sweet home.
FLS bros. Should we find Alex?
Yes.
Bring him his Christmas present?
Survive the drive.
How you feeling? Accomplished?
I'm looking forward to taking an Uber back and just relaxing and just letting my brain melt. Give him the key, grab my phone. The next time you guys see this thing, hopefully it's all dialed in, running great, making big power, and we'll do a bunch of rad with it.
And we're back.
Hey, 720 GTR. I brought it back.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited.
Let's be
Just joking.
Yeah, let's be sensitive with the jokes because not everybody gets it apparently. Car's back. You asked for it back. You said, hey man,
I don't want
it's
anybody
my
touching the car.
Right, I don't want anybody touching the car. You said it was your responsibility to make this thing the glory of the GTR. So here we are.
All right, so first thing we do is pull that damn wing off.
Yeah, because
and
you gotta
connect
mess
the
with
rest of it and then start bleeding the freaking transmission and
Let's
doing
point
the
at
right
this
way.
stuff so that these guys have a bit of a visual. And step one, because this is an active piece of the car and it's actually integrated and shares
All the oil, hydraulic oil is shared between
shares
this
with
and the transmission.
So without this moving and disconnected, it throws a fault. And part of the fault creates a problem with obviously getting the transmission to read properly.
Well, what happens is when it's trying to go through the learn procedure, even if it does the kiss point on the clutch, and it goes through, when it comes to the end, it doesn't matter what car it is. It doesn't matter if it's a Huracan, a PDK Porsche, whatever it is. It could do the clutch point, the kiss point on the clutch, but in any time after that, if any other thing in that process fails, it will not save any of that. So it'll default back to where it was before. So the clutch kiss point won't be saved. So this not being operative and not moving is a very big problem. So we got to take this off because obviously when this moves, it hits this. So this has to come back, and then we need to connect everything back up for
Make
this
it all
to
work.
actually function again. This one was out of oil for so long, it was basically like seized. So we had to, last time we had to get this wing to actually actuate and move with the actuation button and the MDS. It wouldn't do any of it until we actually poured oil into it and literally pumped the wing up and down ourselves to get it to actually start flowing oil back into it. So this wing hasn't had oil in it for, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 years probably, at least, right? Yeah. So it's been dry for a very long time.
No one likes it dry.
Yeah,
It's
nobody
hard,
likes
it's hard
it.
to get anything done when it's dry.
I usually need it slippery and wet. Once we have the clutch done, then I could put it back on the dyno and just turn it up. That's it. I mean, last time it was here, it made almost 1,000. And that was on like 24 pounds of boost, 23 pounds of boost.
Yeah.
We're supposed to be at like 32 pounds of boost.
Okay.
So
right now, it's on your guys' amazing 91.
No, we did 87.
What's that?
You put 87 in.
Yeah, you put 87 in. You would put 87 in. I know you don't give a
Joking, I was like, let's see how good Alex is at tuning. We'll put 87 in and see if he notices. Are you guys capable, or should I leave it to someone else? Are you capable of fixing the other errors on the dash, such as, it says I have a parking sensor button fault.
That's that button over there.
Down to the right?
No, this, they always break.
It's a parking sensor button.
This is the problem.
Why?
It's normal.
That thing's working. It's
I
the
know it
parking
works.
sensor button. Like the, you know, the button on the right that you push in when the sensors for the parking sensors go off?
Oh, okay, but that could also be because of the kit, because of the sensors.
It was all working though.
All right, I'll check.
So there was that. The steering wheel, telescopic, doesn't work.
Why?
I don't know. But here's what I did. I sent it to McLaren before it came here. They put the new tune in for the suspension because when the suspension gets the upgraded accumulators, it actually has to go with software to actually compensate for the new volume that they take. And that wasn't in here when Mike put that all in. So that's now all in here for the suspension. However,
that's gone?
What?
Suspension fault?
The suspension stuff is working great. Yeah.
It's
and
gone.
and the window is working good now. The window wasn't working when I took the car last, but for some reason the telescoping steering wheel still doesn't work. There's a few little things.
Connect it and see what MDS says and go from there.
Yeah.
This is standalone. We'll fix that.
No, I really want to put a standalone on this car, but we'll see. Let me just get on there.
All right.
Hopefully I could get to learn the clutch by tomorrow, so I can just get it on the dyno and get it out. I'm almost done with the Aventador S. So.
Oh yeah, that's the last up there. That's sick.
Yeah, so that's a sick car. Just
You like
needs,
them?
It just needs turbos,
I think turbos.
100%.
You would do turbos over a supercharger.
any day.
Really?
Yep.
How long would it take to build a kit for the SLS? It seems like a lot of work.
It won't take long to build the kit. It's about having time to build the kit. That's what it is.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Smart man.
It's not going to take long to build the kit, especially now that Paul and Chris are here and they're both working. I mean, we're building stuff so quick, it's not even funny. Everything's done in CAD. Everything's tested in CAD. We just bought a 3D scanner, plus we have a full ferro arm. We're actually about to scan the Ultimate to do a full cage for it.
A cage?
Full roll cage, yeah. That car's turning into a half-mile car. Putting a parachute, 3,000 horsepower, and I'm gonna make a half-mile car.
Sick.
We're putting my SVJ back to, we're doing long tube 6-to-1 step headers.
Gotcha.
So it'll be a full 6-to-1.
Yeah.
And you could unbolt everything with the engine in the car and put everything with the engine in the car. Be pretty cool. I think it's gonna sound pretty,
Well, it'll sound better.
it's gonna sound insane.
Because the thing that stops any of these cars from sounding perfect is equal length headers.
Yeah.
You don't think Inconel's gonna have an issue with the heat?
Not
with
the not the 3D printed stuff. If it was pipe, yeah, but the 3D printed stuff, no.
Good.
Yeah, so it's much stronger than titanium and it's lighter.
Titanium. You don't want to build shit out
I
of.
hate building out of
It's
titanium.
either Inconel and just make it a bit thicker so it can withstand that. 'cause it's better at
Everybody
heat
wants
top-
titanium. It's the biggest waste of money, dude.
It's because it's marketing. Everyone thinks titanium is the best thing on planet
Bro,
Earth. for
titanium
exhaust.
is
It's
honestly just like bragging rights that people think they have. That's it.
I prefer it.
It looks cool.
Yeah, you would prefer titanium. You're a titanium kind of guy.
Thanks, man. That's a compliment. I recognize it.
Titanium.
So this is a supercharger.
It is a wildest supercharger. Pretty nice, clean, tight package.
The irony, Dave just went and looked at one and drove one of these.
In the rain.
Yeah, you don't drive this car in the rain.
Oh my God, dude.
it's like-
I was a passenger. I didn't know the driver that well. No offense to him, but I was scared.
I know,
By the
it
way,
is scary.
that means a lot of offense to him.
Yeah.
If you're watching Travis, f you. So we're clear, he's my buddy. I've known him for years. So we talked about doing the supercharger versus twin turbo. Alex is mentioning the idea of a twin turbo kit, so I want to hear his thoughts.
What are you looking at right here?
That was a water pump
Water pump.
That's why it's so small.
for the intercooler.
For the
it's not
intercooler.
small anymore.
That's what Alex is getting at, that this is too small.
Yeah, that's a bit small.
Yeah, so we got rid of that.
And the intercooler is sandwiched in between the supercharger and the motor, right?
Yeah, this is the new one.
Oh my God. You are compensating for something.
This is actually used to cool down. It's the water pump, electric water pump that you use in BMW motors. For the
Really?
freaking motor, actually.
That's cool.
And this is what we use in all our kits, like the 992 Turbo, SVJ kits, all our twin turbo kits, they all use this pump. So they're freaking huge. It's no joke. So this is what we replaced the one on this car with. Another thing we did is this car lives in Vegas. You guys know how hot it is in Vegas.
You're like 120 in
Yeah,
Vegas.
so we got rid of, they had a big heat exchanger in the front for the air to liquid system. We kept their tank. I would have wanted wanted to have a little bigger tank than what's in here, but given the space, we're just gonna leave it the way it is. We got rid of the heat exchanger. We put an inner chiller on there. It uses the AC now to cool down the water because this thing gets way too hot. I mean, you do a pull on the dyno. I mean, you guys have seen the size of the fans that we have on our dyno. It's no joke. Each one of those fans does about 60 miles per hour. And we got 3 of them in front of the car, and we could put in another 2 if we want to. And once you do a pull on this thing, and if you see the intake temperatures, how fast they climb and how hot it gets, it's absolutely insane. So the Supercharger is cool because it's a nice, neat, clean package. Just like the stuff that VF makes for the Huracan. It's nice, it's simple, you can put it on there. Reliable, daily use, it's cool. If you want to start pushing for power, it's not really what you use. I'd rather turbo this thing. So if I was to buy a Black Series, the first thing we do is turbo it.
Turbo a Black Series?
Yeah, 100%.
To make how much power? Like, what would be your goal?
Well, if it was my car, I'd put rods and pistons, and then I have Datsun build the clutch for it, so maybe like 12, 13.
So completely devalue the car.
Yeah. What's the point of having if you're not going to have fun with it, bro?
You can have fun with this car stock. Look at it.
I don't care. It's not fun stock.
What?
Stock's for. That's why you have a 720 and like no part on it that has any stock, anything on there.
Yeah.
Well, let's build your own car then, tough guy.
We got a Senna right here sitting with a standalone, bro. Come on.
Oh, so the Senna has standalone.
Yeah, the Senna does have standalone. We've been testing all this stuff on the Senna for the standalone. It's actually pretty cool.
That takes some balls.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I miss my Senna already.
But the blower's cool. If it was my car,
Turbos.
I would turbo it.
So if I wanted to do the SLS and not build the motor,
Listen, I used to.
I'm listening.
I had a C63 with the P31 package. So the P31 package is basically based on the SLS motor. So the internals were different than a regular C63. That car, we didn't have a Wildest blower on it. Back then, after Wildest built this blower, some guys out in Australia from Magnuson, they designed a blower for that car, which was an unbelievable design. And I love that. It used the Magnuson head unit. And then what happened was on that one, this entire manifold setup was flipped the other way around. So the blower would actually, instead of blowing down into the intercooler and then going into the heads, what it would do is it would blow up, it would go around, and you would have the intercooler core sitting up here.
Which makes more sense.
Which makes more sense because you could stack a bigger intercooler core and it keeps it away from being in the tunnel of the engine. That's why I can't stand these setups.
Right.
With some of the other kits out there that are, twin screw setups or whatever, blower setups, I don't like the fact that the intercooler has to sit in between the block and the blower. That's a lot of heat, dude.
Right.
And no water pump and one heat exchanger is gonna cool that down fast enough. That car used to make 9 pounds of boost and it used to make about 680 wheel horsepower, 685 wheel horsepower. On 50/50 E85 mix, on the same boost on that car, we made 750 wheel horsepower. And it only ran 9 PSI. This car runs 13 PSI.
Down.
And it makes 700 wheel horsepower. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to efficiency.
But this platform, you wouldn't want 1,000 horsepower. You can't get traction.
Yeah, you can. Put the right tires in the back.
But
the car on a ride in was not on sticky tires, bro. It didn't have R888s in the back.
It was also in the rain.
And it was in the rain.
It was pouring
Yeah,
rain.
okay, so who goes on a ride on freaking street tires in an SLS in the rain?
This guy.
We needed a video, and we got a video,
That's like
didn't we?
saying go sit in a 1,000 horsepower Senna, shut off all the traction control, and go on regular Michelins in the rain.
So you
Or
could do
just
it.
cold tires in the drive.
Yeah, exactly.
You could do it. You could do it stock internals like 7 psi.
It don't make 700 horsepower easy. Oh, on a turbo?
Yeah.
Dude, set 8 psi on a turbo, the car will probably make 800 wheel.
I could run pump gas on
It could run
E85.
all day long. Yeah. It'll
And
run
stock
all day.
ECUs.
Factory ECU, yeah.
Standalone.
Actually, there is a plug-and-play standalone for this car.
Really?
Yes, there is.
There's not much else
if
for
you would,
it.
well, it's crazy because I don't know if you know, but Ryan is from the UK, but he actually lives in Dubai. Ryan, who's the guy who develops everything for the Silex stuff.
Oh, okay.
So in Dubai, the most famous cars in Dubai are Mercedes.
Right.
They love their
cops,
Mercedes.
They have a police Dubai SLS.
Yeah, so Ryan actually made a full plug-and-play standalone for an SLS and for a C63, which is freaking awesome.
Get it, Dave, get it.
You know what else is fun about that? We could convert it to a manual if you want.
What?
Stop being a Dave. Let's do this.
That's
Let's
cool.
do this, Dave.
I did get ceramic brakes for it on
Yeah.
Facebook for $4,000. Full set.
It didn't come with ceramic brakes?
No, steel.
Yeah, but you know steel brakes are better for the track, right?
I'm up for the track. I want to show
I
off.
know.
Like Cars and Coffee, like ceramics. Oh, they're for sure stolen. The guy's like, don't film me, bro, don't film me. I was like, oh.
I would have bought like 10 pairs for $4 grand.
I'll go back to work and get some more if you need them.
Yeah, so I don't know what you want to do with your car, but if you want a quick package,
Let us get the kit on and then we'll talk.
I'll watch
That kit's
Venturos
sick,
now.
by the way. I'll tell you this. I'll tell you the last thing you need in here is more cars at the
we
moment.
don't need any more cars right now, especially with the fact that wall's about to get blown out and we got a bunch of construction that's about to start.
Like,
So I can
bro,
bring my
this-
car back next week?
No, we got 4 weeks. In 3 weeks, that wall comes down. So it's about to be a show in here. Thank God, next door is.
There's literally
Like
room for
80
one car right here.
Yeah, the
Right
720.
here.
The 720.
Yeah.
We brought it.
You took up all the room I already had.
Has upgraded steering wheel, but if you smell that, it smells like a burnt clutch in here.
No, it doesn't.
It does. You ever smelled a burnt clutch before? It
Did you light your nose hair on fire or something?
smells like, oh, you know what? It could be I'm having a stroke right now.
That would be horrible. Don't joke about that. Don't joke about that, you idiot.
We're gonna chat off camera with my options. Alex is really busy right now, so I'll wait till he has a spare minute. So, and I don't know, your 45th birthday we'll do it.
Yeah.
Are you 40 now?
I'm 41.
Are you 41? I'm 42. Nice. Did you graduate high school?
No.
I mean, well, I kind of did.
You old guys, I'm 39.
No, you're not. Are you? Is he
Older-
really 39?
younger than all you.
Does he look 39 to you?
He looks 39 to me.
Sucker.
We sure as hell don't look 39, but he does.
I'm 46.
I'm trying to look
both you
39
guys.
again.
46.
Yeah, he's my brother's age.
We will figure this out. You will figure this out.
I will figure it out.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Have fun with this thing. Text me.
I'll try to get it to adapt tomorrow. We just gotta pull off the rear
Just
bumper.
let me know whenever you're happy with it. Let me know.
Well, to be
Whenever
honest
you're
with
happy
you,
with
what I'm gonna
everything.
do is I'm gonna try to bleed everything and make the clutch pass. And if once that passes and I can see how it's driving off, then I'll put it on the dyno real quick and check it out. And then when I have a second while it's on the dyno, I'll just pull the Cybex out of the Senna and I'll just plug it in here real quick while I have it on the dyno and just play with it, because I already have a flex fuel sensor and all that in this car. It was already wired up to maybe get a standalone.
Okay.
So if I have time, I'll do it. But number one, we got to get it to drive off.
Get to drive good. Make some real power. Right now it's in like sub 720 power even.
No, it's turned down like a. But I'll
I know. I
turn it up.
showed Dave. I was like, I floored it.
Yeah, but
Dave
you're in
was
map
like,
1.
Oh, and remember how you programmed it so that when I turn the car on, the AC's already on?
Yeah.
It doesn't do that anymore. So maybe something when it went to McLaren made it so that it doesn't.
Dude, that should be memory.
Try it.
On
Try it.
any car.
All right, before we go, check this out. There's a gated 5-liter Gallardo here, much like my Gallardo I had that was written off. Now the color is obviously different, it's yellow, but it has something really important that is on the Horizon Valley right now, and that's that gated manual shifter. There's a few things that don't make sense, like that little thing right here. I don't remember that being factory on a Gallardo. Did someone added an ashtray, or is that the early models had that? And then it has Lamborghini shields, which I assume is aftermarket is stuck on it. It has to be. It definitely feels like it. That's a Ferrari thing, not a Lamborghini thing. But you can tell it's a pre-LP because of the headlights, but cool cars. The downside is the engines aren't that reliable. The 5-liters have a lot of problems, and they're getting harder and harder to find. What are you guys doing to this thing? Twin turbos?
I wish. I gotta pull the transmission out. I'm doing a clutch.
Clutch job on the 5-liter. Yeah, this is before Audi and Lamborghini really merged. I mean, they're already merged, but this engine was all Lamborghini, which is why it's not that reliable.
All right, we got some DD fam in the store, and I'm super grateful when you guys come here to Compton to visit us. And I decided to grab some personal items out of my office to surprise the people in the store with, and you'll see what they are. I think they're really, really special. All right, well, we got a bunch of people in here. So since you came all the way back here, I figured I was gonna give you guys something special for coming all the way here. You know my plate I ran on my McLaren 720 GTR? Yeah. My McLaren plate? Well, I've retired this. This is our actual plate off the car. I'm gonna give you this and Dave and I will sign it.
Dude,
Seriously? Yeah. Like it's the actual plate from Alberta, as you can see. That's a legal plate.
Dude, that's
So don't put it on your car and drive around. People think, don't get us in trouble. But I figured what we would do is we would just
Oh, that's sick.
Dave, you want to sign it for the guy?
Dude, that's sick.
Where are you from?
Missouri.
Missouri, yeah.
We were there. Who drove through there once?
Well, we've driven through Missouri a few times.
Yeah.
Usually rallies and stuff. So there you go. We'll get a photo, the three of us holding on to the plate. How's that sound? Mom's ready. Mom's
Bro,
ready.
let's do
Ready?
it.
So come here. Actually, you know where we gotta stand? Right here.
Yes.
No, I really appreciate you coming down.
I also have
I got something for you.
like 9 of hoodies that I bought online.
Oh my God, you're not
This
returning
is
them
his.
already,
This is his whole collection.
I'll return his whole collection.
Yeah, this is his collection. He purchased all of this.
This is super limited. I don't think people truly understand how limited edition the Gumball stuff is. Like once it's gone, never being made ever, ever, ever again. So you got that. I also want to make sure I take care of this guy. Since you came all the way in and you got yourself a hat, I'm actually gonna give you another Gumball hat. Ironically, you got a Gumball hat. I'm actually gonna give you my personal Gumball middle, dude. Is this law of attraction or what? Bro, this is my Gumball Middle East hat. This is an actual Gumball rally.
Are you wearing it in this video?
No, right in this video,
I might be.
In this video, I'm wearing my DDE hat. But this hat,
Wow, that's crazy.
I got in the Middle East. I did wear it. It's in great condition. Hasn't been overly sweated or anything like that. But you can't get this anymore. And what we'll do is we'll sign this one for you. And Dave and I want to give you this as a gift for coming all the way down to Compton, coming into the store and supporting us. So thank you very much. Dave, I'll give you the pen to handle that.
Damn, I didn't wear my fancy watch.
You're good.
I could have showed it off.
So there you go. That's a gift from us to you. Thanks for coming down.
That's crazy. Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's our pleasure, man. It's our pleasure. And then I got one last gift for somebody. This gentleman is on. We gave him the McCarran plate. Yeah. This is actually the actual plate off the car.
That's sick.
And then this one's gonna go to this gentleman because they're from the United Kingdom and he dragged his bride here. They just got married. They're on their honeymoon. And you said you're a big Ken Block fan.
Massive Ken Block
Big Ken Block fan. So you know what I'm gonna give you? I'm gonna give you my KV43 VER plate off of my Huracan. You know, we sold the Huracan to Houston. It was supposed to be a rental car so people could drive one of our cars. Houston decided at the end of the day, you know, things were not going the way that they used to go with rental cars in Vegas. He closed Royalty Exotics down and he actually sold that car off. So I'm never getting that car back. But this was the plate I ran on it. This is a real plate. This is from Alberta in Canada. And Dave and I are gonna sign this one. And we wanted to give you guys something special for coming in today. Especially because you're selling your house and buying a Ferrari. So
Smart man.
Hopefully a 458, hopefully.
if you get a 458,
Yeah.
put this on the car and send me a
Yes.
photo.
Let's get a last
I will.
Ferrari. You don't need a
So
house.
there you go.
I'm not that rich, but yeah.
And we can do a
this is
photo.
amazing.
Let's do a photo, all of us.
1, 2, and 3.
Well, I appreciate you guys coming down.
I appreciate this. This is amazing. It's like,
Here's the thing. You can't buy any of the stuff I just gave you. It's straight out of my office and I'm just super grateful that everybody came to the store. So,
we'll purchase some of that. We'll get a signature on that.
yeah.
This is his pile right here.
This is your pile? Holy crap. Thank you. so
Damn,
much.
thank you.
She wanted to buy it online and I said, I need to go to the DD headquarters and buy it there.
It smells like gunpowder here when you buy it here.
This is a better experience.
I never thought I'd even meet you, but you know what? This is like amazing.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Plates off of the cars and a hat off my head.
Now I'm gonna call and report them all stolen.
We're all stolen. There you go, Dave.
I think it works.
What did you do?
I made his nails.
Oh my god. No. Hold on. Here's that guy.